And next I have Yui's voice actress, Sheh. Lisbeth, played by Sarah Yes. All right. Next we have Cassandra Morris, who plays Leafa. Klein, Kirk Thornton.
Mirror, isn't it?
Next we have Silica. We have Bartley, who is Yuna. We have, the English voice director, Alex Von David. Yes, of course. We have Ruff, who plays Sinon. All right, guys, I just want one last round of applause for all these lovely voice actors. Is Patrick here?
Patrick?
No. We'll be posting this on Facebook Live, so you can watch the video after. So I guess that's where he's going to have to see it. Alrighty, with that, I will hand it to Alex.
Thanks for showing up, guys. Really appreciate it, and hope you had fun. I just also want to point out there's some people not on this stage who are very important to sword art from the beginning, actually. There's Mami Okada, the casting director from Bangkok. That's where we recorded everything. And then our fearless engineers, the gentleman who recorded the first season of Sword Art, Oscar Garcia is here. Oscar. And then the gentleman who recorded this movie, Tony Solis, is here. Tony. Oh, hi. So Mike Brooks mixed all of the sword arts. And then, is Ricky here? Ricky! No? Oh, man. Okay, so Ricky Watson was also a part of this. He actually recorded, he was with us on a Saturday to record all of AG's stuff with Chris Patton. So he was also a part of this show as well. Unfortunately he's not here. But anyway, Ricky, big applause. And then of course, last but not least, she couldn't be here tonight, our fearless producer from Aniplex, Hiroe Tsukamoto. She's probably the hardest worker in all of these dubs. And so Hiroe, sorry you couldn't be here now, but I think I speak for everyone when I say We love you, and thank you so much for all the opportunities and for having us a part of this for so long. So thank you very much. And now we move into the Q&A part. We have some questions that I was sent a little while ago, and so I hope you guys had a chance to study. I'll just go down the line. Michelle, how did you feel? You want to start with Bryce?
Yeah!
Bryce?
Oh, no pressure. Throw me under the bus like every panel.
Can we pick you, Alex?
No.
There's glaze right over.
But it's always been a team effort. We've always put 100% into this together. So, you know, you can't do it. One person can't do it on their own. Yeah. Bryce, I hate to say it, it's a penalty round. No, I'm just kidding. How did you feel when you heard the movie was happening? Were you excited to start work on it and stuff?
Yeah, can I take the mic? Yeah, so excited. You know, Reki always seems to be ahead of technology, so I wanted to see what this next game was going to be. So I was really excited when I heard it was AR, and it didn't disappoint.
Yeah. You also liked your fight scenes too.
Oh yeah.
Cherami, same question. Were you looking forward to it when you heard that there was going to be a movie, or were you like, oh no?
Yeah, no, I don't like wonderful things in my life. I just like to stay sad and depressed all the time. Yeah. No, I was very excited. They premiered the trailer at Anime Expo last summer, and I was very excited, but also didn't want to get too excited because I didn't want to get my hopes up because I didn't know if we were working on it. We actually didn't know until the Japanese premiere. So yeah, I was doubly excited.
Same question. Were you? What were you thinking when the movie dropped?
I was excited that it wasn't like a recap movie, like something like, hey, look at that guy. I'm like, oh, it's just a recap of all the same scenes. And it was a totally new story. And I was we were talking after the movie, Bryce and I, and we're like, it's so in the spirit of the first season, and yet it like bumps it up a notch, and it like calls back to all this stuff that happened. So I was very excited.
Sarah, were you like thinking, oh no, more sorry?
Yes.
No, I thought it was really cool, and then when I learned it was an original story that's sort of bridging between the series, I was like, oh man, new content that's like not anywhere. This is really neat to see. So I had nothing, because I couldn't like spoil myself being like, what did light novels do? So that's really cool.
How about you? Hey, you stole Christine's glasses.
No, you both have them.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
These things are rad.
I left them in my...
Oh.
I know, we are on the...
I know, they're method actors. So Cassandra, when you heard about the movie, were you like thinking, oh, cool, hopefully we can also work on this?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, whenever I record a character, I feel like I'm hanging out with them. And for Leafa, I got to hang out with her for, you know, the biggest heartbreak of her life, and then the healing. But when we ended season 2, it was like I didn't know if I would ever get to be Leafa again, and it's kind of sad. So when I heard that we were doing the movie, I was like stoked that I got to be like back in Leafa's world.
Even though you were at boot camp most of the movie. Which I was like, oh, come on, no. They took her out of the picture. But wow, what an entrance, huh? For you and Stephanie. Boing.
We were gonna enter like that into the theater, but we thought that they wouldn't like us flying in from the rafters, so.
That would be awesome to see.
Right? That'd be like the ultimate cosplay.
Kirk, how about you? When you heard about the Sword Art movie, were you like, oh, cool, we get to go Klein again, or?
Yeah, well, you know, kind of building off of what she said, the hardest thing about doing any show is doing the last episode. And so it was so cool, like, oh, I get to, you know, live again. And, I've been married for a long time, so I get to be a ladies' man.
What about you, Christine? What did you think when you heard about the movie?
Same. It's fun to step back into old shoes and get comfortable in them again, and it's fun to see everybody together, and I love this entire cast, like, dearly. So I'm just glad we're all on the same page together.
And Ryan, I gotta skip you, but I have a question that's related to this, because Ryan's new to the cast. She played Yuna. And Michelle, what do you think?
Well, first of all, she did an amazing job. And second of all, Kirk, you are a ladies' man. And third of all, when I heard that we were doing the movie, my first thought was, oh my God, is Sinon going to be in it? Because you just never know. Since she came in on the second season, I just didn't know. So when I found out that I got to come back and play, I was like, yes, kick some booty.
Okay, Ryan, so you're the newbie to the cast.
I am.
Oh. So what do you think about being a part of Sword Art and seeing it finally
Yeah,
evolve?
it was insane. This has been the coolest experience. As soon as I got cast, I binged Sword Art 1 and 2. Well, actually I cried hysterically out of shock and joy. And then I started binging, and it has been the biggest joy. It's so
You
cool.
actually came in for your first session all tired because you'd been up the night before.
Yeah,
is that
right. No way.
Didn't you say that?
No. I was sick. At the callback, I was like deathly ill. Is that what it was?
That was probably.
And my car broke down that day.
What about that?
Yeah, shout out to Mio who gave me a ride.
Way to go, Mio.
Yeah, because I didn't have to get murdered by an Uber driver, and I got to do this movie. So thank you.
Was it Michelle? Since I'm down here. Yeah. She wants to go last.
Okay.
What was it like coming back to Kirito after so long?
It was interesting. We've worked together quite a bit now. The first time I got to play Kirito, it was right after we finished recording Blue Exorcist. So, so Rin Okumura kept finding his way into the booth. And you would always say, Rin, get out of the booth. And I tried to go, Rin, get out of the booth. This time, it's kind of the opposite because I jumped right into Kirito and now I'm jumping back into Blue Exorcist mode, so we'll see if it's the opposite. Kirito, get out of the booth. That's what I'm going to hear all the time recording Blue Exorcist. But it was amazing playing Kirito again, and I knew that my vocal cords would hate me by the end because of those screams. And they did.
Do we have to record like super fast with you? I know you had to bail someplace.
It wasn't like a super compressed time, but
We had a few sessions, not just one.
yeah, we had quite a bit.
Not just one 12-hour session, that's for sure. That would suck. I would have cried. Too much Bryce. So
No
about you,
such thing.
What was
No such thing as too much praise.
when he starts breaking out the cereal? You're like, dual spoon action. So what was it like? Was it easy to slip back into Asuna's boots?
It was scary, actually, because, it was exciting, but each time I think you go back and revisit a character that's so well loved by so many people, there's this huge weight and this pressure of like, man, I don't want to let anybody down. Because the last thing you want is somebody being like, well, what happened this time? I didn't want to kill her until she did this performance. So I did not want that to happen. So I was very scared, but also just excited to get back and play this character. It's been very odd how the first season I got engaged while we were working on the first season, and the second season I had lost someone very close to me. So it's very interesting how Asuna's life sort of mirrors mine in some ways, although I'm not kept in a cage in Todd's house. I always have to clarify that. And I haven't lost my memories yet, so.
That's coming soon, though.
No!
She's getting up in years, folks, I'm telling you. You're getting up in years.
I know, yeah.
She's actually 56.
I'm actually 97, but thank you.
So you even lied to me about
Yeah.
that. She's supernatural, folks, that's what I'm trying to say. So what about you? Was it easy to slip back into Yui's dress?
It was actually pretty easy. I think that not for all characters that we voice actors do for all the series, but there's certain ones that you really feel close to and connected to and that you've done for so many episodes that it doesn't matter really how long it's been, you don't really need a vocal reference or anything, you kind of know who that is, and that's kind of how Yui is for me.
You got paid too much. Hey, Sarah, just kidding, you don't get paid enough. None of you guys do. Sarah, so what about you? What was it like? No, you don't get my mic. Take your bag. Take it.
What his just to spite him. You go, no. Ask your question, sir.
All I was wondering, well, it's the same question as everybody else. It's like, what was it like getting back into Liz mode? Was it easy for you, or did you have to like go back and like watch old episodes or anything?
No, it was super easy. Liz is, I don't know.
Liz
I
is
was
you.
tuned into his. It was actually way easier than when we started, because back when we started, I feel Bryce. I was gonna call him Kirito. I felt Bryce's pain because every so often he'd just be like, "Yeah, that sounds like Sayaka. Don't do that." And I would start to twitch because I was like, "Grr." But no, Liz is just one of those characters I slide into real easy because we're very much alike. And yeah, it's great. I loved it.
What about you, Cassandra? Was it easy to get back into? Well, now what's gonna happen? I've got the only mic that can reach her. Oh,
Hello? Oh, here we
it
go.
works.
I'm a voice actor who can work the mic. Yeah, like Leafa, like Stephanie was saying, like some characters we feel closer to than others, and that's how I felt with Leafa. I did wish that she had more, just more in the movie. I really want to know what happens to her next, not just like what happens to her and how she relates to Kirito's life, but hopefully we'll get to see that in season 3. And also, a weird thing I found out, me and Leafa have the same birthday.
Yeah.
It was on Wednesday.
Yeah, her birthday was Wednesday. And Sarah's is tomorrow.
All the April birthdays.
What about you, Kirk? What was it like getting back into Klein's headband?
Well, you probably know. I mean, how many times did I have to ask for a reference? 1,000.
No. No, it was just the one time when we started and we were off and running. But we did have to do that pickup because I screwed up that one line.
Yeah, but it's always a worry. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to get up there again and do it. But yeah, once you fall into it, it starts rolling, and you feel great. It's fun, but yeah, it was a little scary getting there.
Oh, why? Were you like recording games or something right before and screaming?
No, just it's the whole attitude and the age, and I just think, oh, there's so many hot young actors out there right now. There really are, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna wade in with the young studs. So
Yeah, but you're Klein, dude.
yep. Okay.
So, Christine, what about you? Was it easy to get back into Silica mode?
Yeah, I think relatively easy. I think she's so cute, and I always love coming in to play her. Like everything though, it takes a little wriggling. Yeah, I relate to everybody. It's like Madoka's in there sometimes, and I have to find my way back. But
Little Squid Girl too?
little squid girl maybe. But yeah, no, I love Silica, and being back with her has been great.
Where's Pina?
Pina! There's Pina! Yeah. Did you guys know that? Cassandra's my little
Cassandra's
Pina?
also Pina.
Yeah!
Do it!
Ryan, I gotta skip you again. What about you? Was it easy for you to get back into Sinon mode?
It wasn't. I mean, I felt a little squeaky, you know, because it had been so long since we had done, you know, Sword Art 2, so it took me a second to jump back into it, but...
We also didn't have the right graph.
Yeah, we kept, like, trying to...
Yeah, I had to go on Netflix, I think, or something, and be like, or no, it wasn't Netflix. I had to pull your ref up from someplace else, or Tony.
Yeah.
What did we do? Because
we found it.
It
took
it was weird. It was like, it took like
a half
15 minutes
hour
out of our time, like half an hour, just going, oh shit.
But honestly, you know, and I don't know if this is the case for everyone, but I always, like, whenever I start a new project, even like a character that I've played before, if it's a new season or movie, I go in the booth and there's always that, like, oh my God, am I gonna be able to do this? You know, so.
Well, you did it.
I did it.
Again, as you always do.
I did it. I lighted it up.
So now I'm going to start on this side.
Okay.
Yeah, because this was our first time, so I can't ask her the same question. So now I'm going to ask an inclusive question. Everybody can ask this one. Favorite scene in the movie?
Oh my God. Well, there were two. The one where Kirito face plants into Asuna's chest. And the look on Asuna's face is just priceless. Like, that was just so great. And then the last scene with when he puts the ring on your finger and Yui interrupts you, like at that magic moment to see the meteors. It kind of reminded me of the night that Eddie and I got engaged in Italy. I know, is this so weird? Because you said, like, it was Cherami. Yui was there, yeah, on my shoulder. A round little robot bubble. No, the night that we got engaged, there was a meteor shower, and we literally saw like 100 shooting stars. Like, we came back from the restaurant, we were sitting outside, and we saw, like, I think it was minimum like 100 shooting stars.
Wow.
Yeah. Huh?
Dude,
Nice job, Eddie.
I think tonight there's a meteor shower. Yeah, 3 a.m.
Everybody get your Yuis and Asunas and pizza.
Yeah, tonight at 3 a.m. Just saying.
Go up to Mount Washington.
Pop that question.
So what was your favorite scene?
Okay, I gotta say that final battle. And I'm not even in it. I'm so jealous that Yuna didn't get to take part in that action because that was sick.
So here's a little thing though. I don't think a lot of people knew. You actually did the acapella singing for Yuna.
Yeah. That was a terrifying thing.
Just
that part on the bridge in 4100.
Yeah. You did great.
Thank you. Yeah, I still remember like the look of shock and relief on your face and our producer's face after I did the first take. Like, okay, she can sing. Because we had no idea. I was just a shock. So that was a happy accident, but it turned out good.
And Christine, segueing over into favorite scenes.
Oh, my
Your
favorite scene? You took my favorite scene, but yeah, I like our whole like Avengers Assemble. We all come together, and then we have our old costumes, and like Yui brought all our old gear. I love that part. It makes me cry.
And so your favorite scene was it when you were singing?
I really love that
had to
scene.
sing in Japanese.
Yeah, I love the little like karaoke moments that Silica had, and yeah, the first performance was fun, and I liked when I got to sing with Cherami. We were singing together in the karaoke booth, and then I start like yelling at Liz to like come in, and it's the first time you see Silica be bossy. She's normally just kind of like cute and meek and goes along with everything, but this time she's like, I really care about Yuna. You better get in here now and sing with me.
Well, what about you, Kirk? Favorite scene?
Well, yeah, I mean, again, I love that the final battle where, and not just the battle, where all the characters just keep showing up, you know, layer after layer after layer, and it's like, yeah, I'm here, no, I'm here too, and it just, you know, had that great old movie feel to it. And second to that, I liked that last scene in the just personal scene in the bar where Sykes shot me down. Nope. It just lovely moment.
What about you, Cassandra? Do you have a favorite scene?
I mean, obviously the battle's epic, and Leafa's entrance is epic. Unlike any other anime entrance ever. But I also like, Christine, you have this little moment when right before you start singing in the mall, and you're like, the struggle, it's so adorable. I love that.
What about you, sir?
Yeah, I'd probably have to mostly give my vote to the big final battle, because again, it's just really cool to see all the characters from all the times in the show come in and get to kick butt. Personally, I really like that scene on the stairs where Silica elbows me in the side, because I love the way that line came out, where I'm just like, you know, it was fun.
Your little damaged flag.
Yeah, a little beep beep.
What about you, Stuff?
My favorite moment is when Kirito says, "You dick!" That
Did it work for you?
was, yeah, totally worked for me.
Did it work for you guys? Okay. Yeah, we were. Okay. Yeah, 'cause I was worried about that, because I know we try to stick to the script as closely as possible, but at that point, after you saw AG shoved Silica down and what happened with Asuna, it was saying, "Hey, you," just didn't work with the physicality. So, and he says, "Oh my," or something like that. Anyway, well, in Japanese it's "Oh my," which is "Hey, you." Anyway, Japanese. Well, good. See, yeah. You dick! So Cherami, what was your favorite scene?
This is way too hard. I really liked recording the diary section with her little diary model. That was very sweet. I felt glad you guys thought it was sweet also. I also enjoyed, the final battle is epic, but I cry every single time she says, "I know what skill to use," and then you can I know it's gonna happen, and I over-anticipated it like 30 seconds before. I was like, this is the, okay, and each time I got teary-eyed, I was like, okay, you need to get it together. So I love that, and I mean, of course, the stargazing scene is really sweet, but she has so many fun, emotional scenes, and also really sweet, adorable scenes, so it's hard.
That was a good one. That's a great one. Bryce, last but not least, what's your favorite scene?
I mean, I can't really narrow it down to one because there's so many good moments, but every time I got to cuss, that was great. So the scene in Asuna's room. I'll just go with that one.
That's a good one.
All the wrong reasons.
That was Bring it. How do we do that? Right here. Oh, okay, go for it. Greg is going to grab people to ask questions, and then I guess you'll come up.
Why are you always in the
Your cosplay is awesome.
Thank you, Kirito.
All right, I have a question for all of you guys. Well, I'll make that two. Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but I've been reading there's going to be a live-action TV series of SAO! So, how would you react if the cast of it whitewashed just like Dragon Ball Evolution, Last Airbender, and Ghost in the fucking Shell?
So basically, he's asking, how are you guys going to feel if they whitewash, quote unquote, the cast of the Sword Art series that's supposed to be coming out?
It's
Yeah, it's a US version.
the same team that did Death Note.
Yeah. I think it's the same production company.
I just hope it's good. Whatever casting choices they make, I just hope it's good. And I really just want to walk by in a scene and just look at the camera like this.
We should all get cameos in it. Yeah.
I want to walk up behind whoever plays Kirito and just be like, this guy sounds awesome.
Well, it depends on where they base it. Like, are they going to follow the same kind of story as Sword Art Online, or are they going to change it up and make a new story? And are they going to base it in Chicago as opposed to Tokyo? I mean, who knows? Sword Art Online something. Sword Art Online Chicago. Next question. Thanks for the question. And the rage.
What?
I got a two-part question. Okay, first one, after the Q&A, will you sign my stuff?
If we're allowed, yes.
Yes. Okay. Second question, most important question for Crit. I can't pronounce your name right. If I didn't pronounce it, I'm sorry. You are, to me, one of the most veteran voice actors ever. Not only do you do such great work in Sword Art Online, you've done work in Digimon, Rurouni Kenshin, Gun and Sword, Samurai Champloo, and a bunch of other names I can't remember.
Is that some reference to my age?
Calling you old.
No, just your experience, sir. Just your experience. But my question is, with the supposedly like new season, Sword Art Online, the rap or like little sneak peek after the film, with your skill as a voice actor, if you were given the opportunity not only to do your role again in Sword Art Online, but to do an additional role, like a new character for the new season, will you be able and willing to do it?
We want a promise.
That's you know, I would do Klein, and anything else is up to the casting director. I will
Even
do
if it's a
whatever they ask
horrible
me.
creature that does nothing but shout for 6 minutes straight.
Yeah, that would be great.
You heard it here, folks. He's booked. Sorry. Thank you. Who's next? Next victim. Who's next? Oh, we got a line. Here we have a line.
Hey there, guys. Really good job. Really love the film. I just have a very simple question for any of you. What advice would you give to budding voice actors?
Who's first? Who needs a mic?
I'm not that new.
Oh, actually, Rob's not that new.
I'm new to anime, but I've been doing this for
A long time.
a long time, probably about 15 years. I'm a lot older than I look too. But I would say be nice to everyone. That's a rule for anything, no matter what you're pursuing. Be grateful, be humble. I listen to like old radio plays sometimes. You can look those up on YouTube for voice ideas. Yeah, I mean, take a lot of classes from a lot of different people. To parse out what works for you. Yeah, listen to your director. They won't fail you. He won't fail you.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ryan. I got $20 in my pocket.
Yeah.
I'll float it to you after. I don't want to be tacky. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Sorry. Thank you for the question. Who's next? Hi.
Hello, thank you all for your wonderful work. You guys talked about your favorite scene in the movie. What I wanted to ask you guys was there a particular difficult scene for you guys to record in this movie, either technically or artistically?
So, Kirito screams really loud. He tends to speak in scream, and actually I was kind of surprised that he didn't scream as much as I thought he would. But the screams in that final battle were ridiculous. I mean, I could barely speak after I was done with that, and fortunately, we saved it till the very end.
Yeah, but...
And something interesting happened. Bryce wants to tell you.
Yeah, but it was interesting because he was screamed out, and we went back for that last scream, and he's like, play that back, and we watched it again, and you were like, yeah, you know what, it's not working. And I said, oh, what is it? You said the physicality is off, and I'm like, okay, show me what you mean. And so that scream where you do that hack, 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 and then that final and then the lower lip chop, that was Bryce's last take, basically, because he was like, yeah, I could do that better.
And it was everything I could give it. So, yeah, and that was it. So I'm glad it turned out great.
Next victim.
By the way.
You've been sitting up here. Go.
Oh, okay. For Kirito.
Yes, feel free to line up.
Hi.
If you like. Only a couple.
Who do you think will win, like Kirito or Zoro?
Inside a game or outside a game? Just inside a game, Kirito, he's cheating. Got it. He now has the ultimate sword, which is bigger than all other swords.
Did you have another question?
Did you like to play as Kirito more or Meliodas?
This is a question about another character I play, Meliodas in Seven Deadly Sins, who's a very fun character. It's really hard to choose between the two because there's great aspects of both characters. I mean, I just want more of both, and hopefully, I mean, according to the last scene, we'll get more of Kirito, and fingers crossed for more of Meliodas too. Thank you.
Mike.
I have a question for Kirito.
Hi.
Are you the real deal? Or what?
Stop trolling me, Death Gun. Where's Ben when we need him?
Did you have a real question?
I miss Death Gun. I miss his Twitter so much. He has the best Twitter game. I just want to
tell everyone what happened? Remember when Ben trolled everyone?
Yeah.
Wait, well, he was always trolling.
Sorry. So, as season 2 was coming out, they didn't announce that Ben Diskin played Death Gun, and he started a Twitter called The Real Death Gun, and he started trolling people as Death Gun, and no one knew who it was. So
really just wanted Death Gun to like all that.
everyone. And you know what? He still pops on there every once in a while just to mess with me.
I love it when he talks to himself, just Ben and Death Gun going back and forth. It's beautiful.
So what's your question?
Okay, so we've worked with virtual reality, alternate reality. What do you think comes next? Season 3.
I think we're going to be able to upload our personalities into like another, not dimension, but like into a computer program, and then we'll just live there forever. Like we'll never die.
Sounds like a big extreme.
Good evening, cast of SAO. I have a question for our newest addition, Miss Bartley.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you when you were told that you were going to become part of the great SAO cast?
It was wild. I called my mom and I was like crying. It was super embarrassing. But it was great, and I really am just kind of totally honored and humble to even be mentioned in the same breath as these people. Like, that's Bryce Pappenbrook. I met him today. I'm just kidding. But in all seriousness, it was like the biggest honor. So, and beautiful. I had actually never seen any of SAO before I was cast in this, which is embarrassing to admit, but I'm a huge fan now. I have a hat, I have a shirt. I actually have a couple shirts. As you see on Twitter, maybe. But yeah, it was great. It was amazing.
And Sinon, very awesome. Oh, and Mr. Pappenbrook. Who would win in the fight? Kirito or Cherami?
Why does everyone want to fight Kirito? He's always cheating. Outside the game, he's always losing.
So Kirito and Shiro, I mean, inside the game, Kirito wins. Outside the game, Shiro wins. I'm fighting myself in my head all the time.
Thank you. Next question.
First of all, I just want to point out that is something you should probably ask a doctor about. Seriously, I don't think that's healthy.
Most voice actors do that. We're not.
Okay, I'll take notes for that. Okay. Need to do more of that then. Okay, I actually wanted to know if any of you had seen, and I'm probably going to get like food or something, I don't know. If any of you have seen or just have looked into the abridged series. It also just recently finished the Einkrad. So you can just watch all of that.
I feel like I get this question at every event I go to. I'm just waiting to watch it with a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most, like, the way to do it. And I think it's I think it's got to be an 18+ panel. I hear it's like pretty raunchy. So I'm just waiting for the moment to do it.
No, I haven't seen it, but I'm waiting to watch it with a group of people. So like watching people streaming it on Twitch or something like that.
Have you ever thought of doing a reaction video? No, recording yourself reacting to it. Because you got
I think if we got together and did like a group reaction thing, with lots of drinks and drugs, it'd be fun. Anyway, thanks for the question. Who's next? Only one question. No questions. No pictures, no questions. Oh, I don't know, just a straw hat. It has nothing to do with like One Piece or anything like that. I like it. Okay, good. Oh, nice meeting you too. Thanks for coming. Next guest.
Hey guys, you guys are amazing. But this is just a request. If you could sign the Dark Repulsor. Yeah.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to afterwards.
Yeah. Whenever.
Just hang out.
Yeah.
Just hang out. That was simple. That was simple. That was simple. Next guest.
Hello, everyone. I was just wondering if you think for the future of SAO, if they're going to be mixing together all the first season, second season, and now this one, and are we
Well, since we're always the last to know, I don't know if anybody, but it looks like from the end of this, if they do more sword art, it's going to go into the elicization arc, which if some of you have been reading and following the light novels, you know what kind of shit Kirito's going to get into. Nobody, it's literally, we don't know. And we don't even know about that, if there is going to be a third season. This is something that Ito-san, the director, just popped up there as a joke. And people like it, so it's like, now they're like, their back's against the wall. What are they going to do? Uh-oh.
So the next person will be the last question for the night.
I actually have a question for you, Leigh. First off, your performance as Asuna is inspiring. And the Mother's Rosario arc, when Asuna felt weak and really sad, that scene brought me to tears. You're fantastic. I'd like to know what is most inspiring about Asuna to you?
Well, I think I think what's great about Asuna is she's such a well-rounded character, and even when she's at her weakest, she still is able to rise up and find the strength, and it's happened in every arc, and especially in this movie. She realized, as terrified as she was, the fear of losing what she loved most and the people that she cared about, she was going to have to get over it, which is something that every single day, I love being in this industry, but you know, the highs are high and the lows are really low, and life happens, and sometimes you just feel really sad and depressed. And it's nice to have characters that I can play that even when I'm not really feeling as confident or feeling the strength in my own life, I can step into her shoes for a little bit and realize that I can get through it and it'll be fine, and what's on the other side, the light at the end of the tunnel, is going to be better. So.
Aww.
That's beautiful. I feel like I'm a very depressed person. I'm very sad about doing
We need to bring the house down, Sheh. And I guess that's it.
I'm a favor to ask if you guys are not in your seats. I do want a photo of the cast in front right over here, so we can show everyone in Japan how much of a sort of online fan base we have here. Does that work? Does that work for you guys? Does that work for you guys? You go ahead and stand right over here. Because I'm going to take a photo from right there. After I take this photo, we are going to bring the backdrop down here, and then everybody will get a chance to take as many photos as they want to.
Dude, someone's gonna ask me to decline, but I would have felt great if that would have been just how long? Because I can't do it on purpose. Yeah. Well, I should have walked out. I kind of screwed that. I thought they were screwing it. Because after that
All right, 3, 2, 1, ordinal scale.
Ordinal scale!
Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. All right, one more.
Yeah! A little bit more energy, people!
One more. If you have any sort of merch or posters that we've given you, please hold them up. We would love to see them, and I'm sure our friends in Japan would too. Alright, I'm going to do something really special for the Japanese team. So, are you guys familiar with the SAO chant? No. Alrighty. Well, how it works is this side is going to be S.
Oh.
This side is going to be A. A is going to be okay, you go, so. And this is going to be O. When I say S, you guys are going to say S.